So hello everyone, welcome back to Mr. Awesome Club 2.0. So guys, this is the part 16 of our RHCSA version 10 series, and in today's part we will cover managing password. So in this video, we'll see how we can manage the password, how we can set the password policies, how we can set account expiry, password expiry. So that we will cover in today's video. So if you are new to the channel, please subscribe the channel and share it to your IT friends. And let's start without any delay. Okay, so here first of all, we'll see how we can set the password. So before setting the password, let me check which user have so cat space etc and passwd. This is a file where all the user information are there. In last part we already discussed. So in this file I'll check. So I have user 910. Okay, so I will use user 10 here. Right. One more thing. When you are going to set the password, so if you want to check that there is password or not, right? So for that here we have a password file. So password information is stored in shadow file. Enter. So here you can check the password information. So I have that user 10, that's fine. And here the second field is for password. And that field is empty. Here only exclamation sign is there. Exclamation sign means password not set. For awesome user, I have this awesome user. So for awesome user, if you will see, so in second field, I have this encrypted password. So that means password is set there. But for user 10, there is not any password. If I want to set the password, I will use here passwd space username. So user 10, new password. I'm setting a password and then retype it. So now password updated successfully. Let me check it. So here you can see now in second field we have this password. Right, and if we'll see like which type of encryption are there or why like that password become so lengthy. So for that here we have in password total 3 fields are there, right? And each and every field is separated by this dollar sign. So first field is this one. Why? So first field denotes that which type of encryption is there. Y for yes crypt. Right? Yes script is a encryption type. That's a model script encryption type. So here we have this one. In earlier version in Reddit 9 or Reddit 8, there was SHA 512 encryption. And now that is updated and now we have yes script. Second field start from here after this dollar sign. And this is the field till here. So the second field is for actual password. This is the actual password which I set there. Right, this is the actual password. And then third field is start from here. This field is for salt. Right, this field is for salt. Salt means what? Salt is like a random value which is set by the encryption method, so that every time when you will like set any password or the same password, if you set on 2 user or 3 user, no matter, every time the value of that salt and the password will be changed. Here we have the example on awesome user and on user 10. I set the same password, right? On both the user I set same password, but here if you see value was changed. Why? Because of the salt. Right, salt put the random value there, so that's why here. So total 3 fields we have in this password field. After password field, if you see in next field, because here each field is separated by this colon sign. So first field is for username, second field is for password, third field here we have some values. So if I tell you what's the mean of that value, so let me do one thing, let me grab it. So cat space etc shadow, and here I'll use grab and I'll use user 9. Why? Because on user 10 we have that password, so that is so lengthy. So when I will write there also it will be like something tough to understand. So I'll use user 9. So user 9 This one. And now let me write here what's the mean of these values. So total 9 fields are there. This one, second field, third field, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Right? This is the empty field. So total 9 fields we have. First field is for username. Second field is for password. And if there is exclamation sign, so that means password not set. The third field denotes that last password change. Right? Last password change since 1st January 1970. That is the date when Unix kernel was developed. So that's why it took that date from there. So last password change. Right, this one. Or I think this is fine. The next is minimum life of password. Minimum life of password. Minimum or life of password means what? If I will set there some value, like if I will put 2 there, so that means if that user will try to change the password, so only he will be able to change the password after 2 days, right? 0 means what? Anytime he can change the password. So minimum life of password you can set from here. Then life of password. Maximum life of password means what? After these days, then user will have to change the password. System will enforce to change the password. Right? So this is the maximum life of password. Then next field is warning days. Warning days means what? Like when the password will expire before these days, like before 7 days, your system will give you the warning. You need to change the password. Your password is going to expire like that. This warning will be there. Then next field is for inactive. If you insert that, so after these days, your like password will be inactive. Then only administrator will be able to change the password. And then here account expiry. Account expiry. The next field is for account expiry. So if you will set the account expiry, like suppose in your organization there is employee and that employee is on the notice period and he have given resign there, so you can set the account expiry dates automatically. After these days, that account will also expire. So for that purpose, you can use this field. Last field is empty, right? There's nothing. So that's the mean of these fields. I think that's clear for everyone. If you have any doubt, you can write in comment. We will discuss. Okay, so now we have the task. If I want to change these value, like if I want to set the minimum password, minimum life of password, maximum life of password, warning days. So how we can do that? So we have one more command by which we can check the same thing, that is chase-l space your username. So suppose for user 10, I'll check. So for user 10, last password change, today we change this way. Password expiry, account password inactive, account expiry, minimum life of password, maximum life of password, and warning days. So the same information here also we have, only format is changed. So this command also you can use. Now, if you want to change, so one more thing we have, like suppose in your organization, for example, if you have a responsibility that you need to create 10 user or 20 user, right, and you need to set the common password on that user, but first time on first login you want that user will be able to change the password, or like you want to enforce user to change the password at first login. So how we can set that? So for that, here we can set like this: chase hyphen L, not else, chase hyphen D space 0 space and username user 10. It's set now. If I will check again, so here you can see password must be changed. Now that's set. If I do Control Alt F4, so I'm on my second logical console or virtual console. Here I'll try to log in that user 10. Mhm. Uh, User 10. Okay. What is happening with that? User 10. Okay, it is asking for password. So I already set the password. So I type that password and here it is showing you are required to change your password immediately. Administrator enforced. Right? So that means user need to change the password. Current password, enter, and then new password, enter, then retype it, enter, and now password is changed. So this is how user can change the password. Now if I'll check here, password is changed. So that's why that information we have. Right? First thing. Second thing, now if I want to set this minimum number of days between password change, right? So before that, if I'll show you here, if this user will try to change the password, this time value is 0 there. Minimum life of password is 0. So that's why that user is able to change the password. Current password, if he will put, so enter, it is asking for new password. It is working. So let me set new password. Password is changed, right? That user is able to change the password. If you will set here chase space hyphen m and small m. So small m is for minimum life of password. I want to set 2. That means after 2 days this user will be able to change the password. And this is for user 10. Enter. And now if I check here, so here value is 2. And let's check again. Now if this user will try to change the password, so here we have a warning. You must wait longer to change your password. Right? So that means this user will be able to change the password only after 2 days. If you want to change maximum life of passwords, so capital M you can use there. And suppose your company policy is that after every 30 days you need to change the password. So 30 and this is for user 10. Now if I'll check, so 30 is there. And when password will be expired, before expiry, I want a warning 3 days ago. So I will use here warning. And this is for 3 days for user 10. Now if I check, so 3 is there, right? And here if you will see, like today we change the password, last password change. And here I set maximum number of days, maximum life of password 30. So that means last time I changed password today, so after 30 days, 12th of July, this password will expire. So this is how I set there. Now if I want to set inactive days, so for that I can use here -I, and suppose when that password will expire, so after 10 days password should be inactive. So 10 days for user 10. Why? Chase, okay. I have given double space now. Okay. -L. So here you can see after 10 days, this password will inactive. If you want to set account expiry, so we can use Chase space -E and any of the date you can set there. And suppose I want here 15th August. This is for user 10. So now we have the date also. Right? So account expiry also set. So we set all the fields. So this is how we can manage the account, like account password or password policies. Right, now that's all for today, guys. And if you have any doubt in this video, so you can write in comment. We'll discuss in next part. And in next part, we'll cover the like rest of the things, like how we can switch the user or the important files related to user and group that we will cover. So that's all for today. Thank you, everyone.